Nightmarish LSD trip nearly leads to gang assault. Five years ago, my friend and I was 18 years old at the time, decided to drive up to Montreal. We ended up staying in an Airbnb in an affluent Jewish neighborhood outside the city. On the first night, we headed to our local train station to get to downtown Montreal, Côte-Vertu, C-O-T-E-V-E-R-T-U, Côte-Vertu. And we decided to get drunk and look for weed there. We meet a nice fella who sold us some, but then realized 5 minutes later that the weed mysteriously disappeared, so we went back to the guy and asked if we could buy some more. He introduced us to his friends, and we asked how much for another 3 grams. He said it would be $17, which we thought was reasonable. He even gave us a brand new Samsung Galaxy as a collateral for whatever reason. No idea why. When we handed him a $20 note, however, he took it and then explained that he had said 70. We were confused and we said, "Hey, that's way too expensive. No, thanks." But when we went to take the 20 back from him, he started backing up and said, "What are you gonna do?" We were outnumbered, as there were 4 or 5 of them and only 2 of us. With drunken confidence on our side, my friend grabbed his arm and yanked the 20 out of his hands. I chirped him out, explaining that I have a beer bottle in my hand and that he could get it ass kicked playing games like that with people. This long-haired Asian guy from the crew came behind me and slapped the beer bottle out of my hand, saying, "Hey, what's up? This is Montreal, bitch!" We decided not to continue the altercation any further, and we started walking away while exchanging insults. After walking a few hundred feet away from the thugs, I remember the phone they handed me and pulled it out. It was a fully functional, and me and my friend decided to smash it on the sidewalk. About 30 seconds after doing this, we look back and see the whole gang running full sprint towards us. It was almost as if the guy had just remembered he gave us his phone before trying to fuck with us. We immediately started running and ducked out into the shadows of someone's yard, waiting for an Uber to get us. The next day, we dropped acid on the train and headed back into the city. When we arrived out of the train station, it looked like we have arrived onto a post-apocalyptic wasteland full of tweakers. Drugged out maniacs were screaming in the faces of passersby as they walked by, casually stepping to the side and going about their day. Phone booths were smashed out, with groups of vagabonds contorting demonically. This was a terrifying scene to stumble onto while tripping. Until walking a few blocks away and entering a beautiful downtown Montreal. They were hosting Olympic time trials for cycling at the time, which was very cool to see. At one point, I look into the glass windows of a McDonald's, where directly in front of me I locked eyes with an old lady with a Hello Kitty purse smoking a crack pie at one of the tables. After a 10-hour balls-to-the-wall trip, it was nighttime and we decided to head back to our Airbnb. When we arrived to the train station from the night before, we decided to stop into a McDonald's and grab a burger before Ubering home. While we were waiting for our order, my friend noticed the same crew that we encountered walking in and out of the bathroom of the McDonald's looking at us, and several more figures waiting outside. It was clear they were planning on jumping us and stealing all our shit. One of the guys came over to us and tapped me on the shoulder. signaling us to come outside. As I saw it, we had two options. Either call the police and wait inside, or make a run for it. We couldn't afford to have our things stolen, as we needed our IDs to get back over the border. We made a run for it, sprinting out of the other exit of the McDonald's and hauling ass for dear life. My friend tripped and rolled his ankle, causing him immense agony. But we had to keep running to a nearby parking lot to get cover. Once we made it, we hid out in another restaurant until our Uber came, and narrowly avoided an extremely intense 7-person ass beating while still tripping. Still to this day, I have no idea why the guy randomly decided to hang us a cell phone for collateral 30 seconds before trying to rip us off. It's almost as if he was too stupid to think the plan out fully. I also have no idea why they were stupid enough to leave the other exit of the McDonald's completely open for us to escape. If it weren't for that, we most definitely would have had the living shit beaten out of us